Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today's topic: I'm joined today by two horror enthusiasts, Huey and Chef, and I'll be asking them some questions regarding the state of the game, their likes, dislikes, and any improvements they hope to see in the future. Not necessarily a review, but just checking the temperature of the game to see if there's enough here to warrant a sequel, or should they go back to the story-led linear style gameplay that made them popular in the first place. Let's get into it. Now, since you guys both love horror, what was your first impression when this game was shown?
Well, I know, at least for me, I don't play horror unless I'm with somebody else.
Oh, really?
So, really, like you mentioned Dead Space. I'm not playing Dead Space, bro. I'm not playing like any of that stuff. I didn't even play. I barely got through The Last of Us. I'm not doing it.
Really? Last of Us wasn't
Really,
that bad
really.
to me.
The Last of Us.
That's my threshold.
I shot bricks on The Last of Us, bro. So, the fact that they brought multiplayer in and now I can play with my friends, it takes some of the horror out of it, and my heart doesn't beat as fast, but it's still like I still get excited from it, you know?
Man, my heart be like is about to beat out of my chest. Like I don't care if y'all are in there. It still feels like a solo experience, for some reason. But Huey, what did you think? Did you want like another linear experience, like going to a story, or were you kind of excited for this new one?
Well, when it was first, I liked the teaser trailer, but then it was later announced it was a multiplayer. I didn't know if it would be good or not, because I thought it was quite a risk to take the multiplayer route.
Right.
But I thought, I might as well try, because I've played the previous two Outlasts, and it was quite good. I'll say the game is less intense. It feels less intense because you're playing with other people.
Y'all keep saying that, but I didn't feel a difference.
Really?
Like at
I
all.
feel like I feel like playing with Chef is not as intense, but it's like playing the first two by yourself. It's just you're only by yourself.
And I also think the first two are so like they're so intensely frightening because all you have is a video camera. Like there's no way for you to like fight back against whatever the hell is out there. Like all you have is that camera, and then you got the batteries to show night vision. All you can do is hide, and then they let you hear the character's like heartbeat as he's running. I'm like, I don't need to hear this. Like, like I don't need to hear his heartbeat and my heartbeat at the same time. And like it's just the music. It's like this foreboding music when something's chasing you. Like I cannot stand jump scares. Like I can do it in movies, but when it comes to gaming and I have to physically move this character around the corner and something jumps up, I'm done. Like I'm done. One thing I can say is that this game does darkness really well. Like,
Oh my goodness. Yes.
like it's no such thing as, oh, I can maybe see a little bit. No, you see nothing whatsoever.
Yeah.
Unless you have
Like,
that camera up.
I can see my reflection in the screen when it's complete pitch black, bro. Like that's crazy. If I don't have my night vision, bro, it's wraps. I'm not finding my way around.
And then you find your reflection in the screen and say, why am I doing this to myself?
Exactly. And then I hear freaking Huey on the other side of the map screaming his lungs out, bro. I'm like, what is going on? I can't even see my own self.
But Huey is a masochist because he loves these type of games.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm a big horror fan. I mean, first started from Resident Evil. That's how I got into horror.
You talking about the original Resident Evil for PlayStation back in the day?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't even the original. I first started with the Resident Evil remastered.
Oh,
That's
okay.
my first got into horror.
Okay.
I didn't get to experience those type of games, especially on the original PlayStation. I wish that I did. Honestly, I don't even know if I would have played them if I was allowed to play them. But yeah, those are the type of games that I wish PlayStation would bring back up into like new graphics, kind of like how they did Silent Hill and like the Resident Evil series. Like we need more of those PlayStation classics to come back up and get the full next gen treatment. But how?
They've done it already. Only with 2 games so far. Only with Resident Evil, 3, Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4. Those are the 3 remakes so far.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And then
They did well though.
Yeah, they did really well with those, even though I didn't play them.
Yeah, I'm not playing that at all.
I think the only Resident Evil that I played was the 4th one. Or which one of them had like co-op with Chris and Sheva or Shiva?
Resident Evil 5.
Yeah, that's the one I played. That one was more action oriented. It wasn't much horror in that one.
Yeah, that's when it started to, at that point in Resident Evil, that's when it started to divide fans. Because it starts to lead more into action rather than horror.
Yeah, and I think when you set the standard for how the game should be in the beginning, you should keep that atmosphere as is. Like it's really hard. Like I said, it was really hard to go towards the multiplayer route. That's what got me worried in the first place with Outlast Trials. I'm like, I don't know how they're going to manage the same intensity with other people in it.
You want freedom? This is what freedom looks like. You want peace? This is peace.
What keeps you going back to this game?
I think just the variety of trials. It's like it's never the same. It's always something different.
Not only that, the complexity of the trials as well. I realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like there's 5 different difficulties, I believe, for each trial. Yeah, there's like, and then you have like different sets. If I remember correctly, I haven't played in a while, but like there's and then they have weekly challenges as well, kind of like how Rockstar does with Red Dead and stuff.
Right.
So yeah, it's really fun and really rewarding, in my opinion, to finish a challenge, get a new level, pick up some extra currency so I can get better items for the trials, so to speak, because like it's Outlast, you can't fight back. You just have to hide and hope they don't find you,
Guerrilla tactics, but you can't fight back, basically. Like
exactly.
It's just, I think the last ability I used before I closed up shop for good on that game was the X-ray, because I need to be able to see what's coming down the line. And even then, that didn't really help me much, honestly.
Yeah, that's arguably makes it even more terrifying when you see them coming at you.
And I hate the sound, like some of them like be breathing so heavy, and like it's just the added fear of like when you go into a room and like you're panicking because you know something's coming after you, and then you're reaching up trying to lock the door, but you can't get the prompt to proc correctly, and so you finally get it just as he starts knocking on the door. I'm sorry, my heart can't take that. Like it's just not built for that, especially at 8:30 at night. Y'all are crazy. I'm trying to go to bed, have nice sweet dreams before I lay down, counting sheep. No, I'm having nightmares, having night sweats.
Baby wants something warm to cuddle up. You want my shit?
Would you, the next game that they make, or whatever they have in store, would you want a more linear experience, or would you want them to continue?
Good question. I'll probably go with, I'd like them to do another multiplayer game, because I feel like with multiplayer there's more things they can add on as the game progresses in time, whereas with the previous Outlast games it's only standalone. So once you complete it, that's it. And the only thing you could do is either replay the game for a harder difficulty or to collect all of the collectibles if you're a completionist.
So you're saying that because I don't really think the game, they can just keep updating this game as is and just keep bringing in more trials as they go, as the years go on. I don't really see a need for them to create a sequel. And you can pretty much do games aren't like how they used to be back in the day. You can just update them continually. Yeah, I just
they They currently do. So currently, because it's online support, they regularly have updates. Or for PlayStation, so you have to regularly update it. Or software updates. So regularly add new things like every couple of months or so.
Oh, okay. So they're constantly adding. Like, how often are they adding new trials?
I'm not sure about trials, but they always like make like either like patches or updates like between every 1 to 2 months.
Oh, okay.
Because they always announce it via their Outlast Discord server.
Don't fight the process. I'll learn you. We're all working to unlock your potential.
Is there anything in the game that you feel like could be better, something that the devs can improve on as the game goes along?
Let me think. Honestly, for me, is I know like a big thing about Outlast is you can't fight back, but I would love to be able to have a weapon, you know? Just like there's this thing about me where like if I'm panicking, I need to be able to shoot you. Or else you know what I'm saying though? Like if I'm playing Ring Around the Rosie with this guy and Huey's got to finish the objective, I need to be able to like I need a taser or something. Give me a stun for like 5 seconds so I could catch my breath.
Yeah,
you know?
I was just thinking about something like that, not something, as like a firearm, because it's just going to get crazy. I mean, if you do bring firearms in, then you need to add friendly fire as well to right to up the risk of shooting somebody else. But yeah, I do think adding like a what was that police officer using in the first trial? Like the cattle prod.
The baton. Yeah, or the
whatever,
cattle prod.
Whatever that is, he made the guy's head explode. Didn't even know that was possible with a cattle prod. But yeah, for what it's worth, I will say that the game is unique and it offers an experience that you don't really get with other games. Like, they definitely hit a niche here that's extremely well done. But it will be interesting to see how they continue to update this game and how it evolves over the months or years that they continue to support it. As of right now, like, what would be the score that you give it?
Like out of 10, or just like in? Let me think. Probably a solid 8.5.
Oh, really?
Like,
yeah. I would say the same thing.
Yeah, there are things that they could definitely improve on, but I think they've really hit the nail on the head with this game. And it's been so well received, like there's little that they did wrong in this game.
Right.
So a solid 8.5 in my opinion.
What about you, Huey?
I was saying 8. Even like from launch, there was no issues at all. Well, for my side, there was no issues.
And that's another thing. We like our games to be polished at the start, day one. I'm sorry, games have started to come out so broken that people expect it to have bugs at launch, and then people have now started to say, oh, well, they'll fix it later. I'm sorry. I paid for a complete product from the beginning. I didn't pay for something broken. The same concept doesn't apply to anything else out here in the world, like a car. Like, I'm not paying that much money for it to fail 500 feet down the road. So why do we accept the same thing when it comes to our games? No. I think that obviously anytime a game comes out polished, the devs deserved immense praise for that, because I don't feel like my money was wasted.
It's quite impressive as well. It's quite impressive because it was released by was produced by Red Barrels and an independent gaming studio. So for them to be able to get this much critical acclaim, and they're not really like a massive, they're not a AAA company, so for them to be able to accomplish this is quite good.
Yeah, also because they are independent, this also allows them to have complete creative control of the product. You don't have any suits breathing over your neck making decisions just so they can pump out more microtransactions, because you can always tell when a suit is behind a game. It's just stuff that shows up that you're like, why the hell would you have this in here? There's most likely a suit told somebody to do that. I don't even want to talk about Battlefield, because I could just talk about that for months on end.
Oh, we know.
But yeah, kudos to the devs. Honestly, I look forward to a lot more. I guess you could call this game like a AA. a AA product because it's not fully AAA. But I'm really because this game was like $40, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
at launch, like max, it was $40. That
Right.
was the deluxe version actually. I bought the deluxe version for $40, but the standard edition was 30.
Right, and we get a game of this quality, but Nintendo's trying to convince me that Mario Kart World is worth 80.
Yeah, right.
No.
No.
Yeah,
right.
I'm sorry. I've played way better games, like for less. For $10, I've had like fantastic time. Helldivers, $40, 100 hours in a couple of weeks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No Nintendo. But yeah, fantastic game. Even though I didn't play it long, my heart can't really take that. Don't like my blood pressure being up that high. But glad you guys are enjoying it. Are there anything else that you would like to add? Any thoughts? Any concerns about the future? Excited?
Go ahead.
Oh, the only thing I'll say is like it just proves that it's an example that independent studios can do well. They don't need they don't need a lot of financial backing to be successful.
That's very
Because
true.
like this, in the last 12 months or so, you've seen so many studios have to fire or make employees redundant because they don't reach a certain amount of profit.
That's very
But
true.
but this just shows that they can. Like, they don't have to be like a massive studio. You can still do well within your limits.
What about you,
Oh,
Sean?
I 100% agree. You don't have to be that big in order to put out a quality product. It's about the time you take. It's about the passion behind the project. It's not about how much money you have.
Right.
Yeah, that was it.
All right. I appreciate you guys for joining me today. Talk about a game that I would never play. Let me know in the comments if you're still playing Outlast Trials, if you're enjoying it, are you looking forward to a more linear experience, or are you just as excited for the next Outlast Trials if they give us a sequel? But just make sure you, above all else, like, subscribe, hit that bell, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Goodbye.
It's up to
Later.
you if it ends. Completing core therapy opens a path to rebirth, where one final trial earns your release.